Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of our NASCAR Heat 5 2023 Mod Career Mode Season number 4. You are looking at the NASCAR Xfinity Series race results from the Bristol Motor Speedway. They were in action where it was Ryan Truex continuing an incredible start to the season for him with his third win in the first 9 races of the Xfinity Series season. So look out for Ryan Truex to be a real threat for the Xfinity Championship this season. Connor Zilisch with another good Jesse Love, Justin Allgaier, your top 3 in points. All finished 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Great runs for those guys. Tanner Gray runs on the top 5. Brandon Jones, Carson Quaffle, Taylor Gray, Parker Retzlaff, and how about Anthony Alfredo rounding out the top 10. Then obviously you see the rest of the race results there at the back of the grid. There you got Stephen Parsons, Ryan Sieg, Corey Day, 24th in his Xfinity debut. And now you look at your Xfinity Series point standings and chase grid after 9 races of their regular season. Justin Allgaier remains comfortably in the points lead. Love, Zilisch still 2nd, 3rd. Ryan Truex jumps up to 4th now in points with his 3rd win on the season. He, Earps, Brandon Jones, Carson Quaffle also comfortably above the cut line. Taylor Gray, Connor Mozak above their Gray ahead by 18. Mozak up by 8. Now Raja Caruth on the bubble, 1 point above Ryan Sieg, who currently holds the 2nd and final wildcard spot behind William Sawalich, who won last episode in Darlington. They got Daniel Hemrick, Sheldon Creed, Parker Retzlaff, and Austin Dillon, the first 4 drivers on the outside looking in, trying to find their way into the 12-man Xfinity chase. But it is Ryan Truex getting the win at Bristol for Xfinity. In the background, we were qualifying for today's main event, the NASCAR Cup Series Geico 500 from Talladega Superspeedway. 6-time Talladega winner Brad Keselowski qualifies on pole. Chandler Smith and Keselowski's teammate of Justin Haley will start at the rear of the field with pre-race inspection issues. And we get ready to go underway here at Talladega. We are bringing out a brand new paint scheme, a Dale Earnhardt Jr. inspired throwback, the number 99 Sirius XM Chevrolet inspired by Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2016 nationwide Chevy SS. As we are green and underway here from Talladega Superspeedway. Who is going to bring home the victory? Can we continue our Superspeedway dominance in the NASCAR Cup Series? You'll see as we pass Tyler Reddick and Josh Berry early, try to find our way to Carson Hocevar on our inside, and our teammate of Shane Van Gisbergen right up down the road, who's passing Jimmy Johnson and Christian Eckes as we speak. There's a good look at our paint scheme right there as we drop to the back of Carson Hocevar, 3 wide right now with Christian Eckes, the rookie, as well as Josh Berry in that 4th front row entry, the number 35 machine. So you get a nice run down the back stretch on Carson Hocevar, swing to the inside lane. Not enough momentum there, but he does get checked up just enough by Shane Van Gisbergen. It allows us to go to the inside, go 3 wide with Hocevar and Eckes, go up to 34th, go underneath Noah Gragson now in the 38th and 33rd. We're trying to follow our teammate of SVG here on the bottom lane so we can work with Van Gisbergen the rest of this race. Hopefully get both of us trackhouse cars in the front in contention at the end. This is what you want. So already flying in the top 30, passing Corey Heim, Chris Buescher, Alex Bowman early in this race. Still 13 to go. And so opening stage race, we shove SVG underneath 7-time champion Jimmy Johnson and Johnson's teammate slash employee of John Hunter Nemechek, as we'll pass both of those drivers now, working our way by Zane Smith, still trying to stay in the draft of SVG, which we do. So the ensuing lap, we are now going by Chase Briscoe and a few other cars working this inside lane. SVG and I now up into the top 25 together, with Zane Smith behind us. So right now, SVG, Zane Smith, and I are hooked up in a 3-car train, and we are just flying through the pack right now in this inside lane, slowly but surely making our way up the grid, now breaking our way into the top 20 as SVG going to get around Austin Hill and Sam Mayer, a couple of second-year drivers. Of course, Sam Mayer for Junior Motorsports and Austin Hill for Richard Childress Racing. We'll go by both of them. Then Anthony Alfredo moves out of the way to the high side. So SVG dives to the inside of Alfredo as he looks to make his way past Anthony, and he will. Keselowski also slipping back on the top side like that. Soon enough, we're going to be the top 15 going by Chase Elliott. The only thing is blocking us right now, that was Cole Custer going 3 wide with Seabell and Daniel Suarez, but SVG and I up to 16th and 17th here at Talladega, and Custer blows a tire right in front of the pack. Nowhere for us to go. We pile into SVG, goes spinning, a huge crash. Caution is out. Cole Custer out of nowhere blows a tire in the middle of the pack. Nowhere for us to go. I'm right in the middle of it. SVG is around. Alfredo and Keselowski go on the wall. Caution's out. We restart back in 16th. We're able to cross over Chase Elliott down the back stretch, in turn 1, and then down the back stretch we swing underneath Zane Smith to go 3 wide by the 36, as well as Larson. Then we go by Logano, who's slipping back on the outside lane. Now Suarez moves out of the way, so now we're up to 11th. As I guess SVG may have been holding us down as we're flying our way through the pack now by ourselves, going by Eric Jones, Christopher Bell, Ryan Preece, Kyle Busch. I'm just listing names off left and right. This is the 8th now. Go to the 6th place. There's Chastain, our team on the outside. There's Michael McDowell. Into the top 5 we will go now. Just setting our sights on your 2 leaders, Blaney and Bubba Wallace. So we're all the way up to 3rd place here in Talladega in 1 lap on the restart from 16th, up 13 spots in a lap. 7 to go in stage 1. We'll cross over Ryan Blaney on the inside lane. He got a little bit of a helpful push from William Byron in the 24 as he looked to take the 2nd position away from Blaney. Of course, multi-time former Talladega winner. Incredibly good plate racer here for Team Penske, so we'll go by Blaney for 2nd. Byron pushes down. We're trying to find a way to the inside of Bubba Wallace, and I do. We swing to the inside of Bubba Wallace. We're going to side draft Bubba out of turn 4. Can we clear him? No, Blaney got a huge run right there and gave Bubba Wallace a shot. So now Wallace will maintain the lead for now, but Byron come through with a big push side by side at the line. We have a nose ahead. And with 6 to go in the opening stage of racing here in Talladega, we will take the lead away from Bubba Wallace thanks to a big push from William Byron. If you there, we go way up to the top of the racetrack. An aggressive block on Ryan Blaney, and then we miss the block down the racetrack, allowing Bubba Wallace now to take his talents to the inside lane, and Bubba Wallace will go back into the race lead once more here at Talladega. Of course, Bubba Wallace got his first career win here at Talladega back in October of 2021, and now we'll swing to the inside of Bubba a few laps later. We have some momentum from Christopher Bell. Big side draft to the 23 all the way to the apron of the racetrack to make this pass. We're still going to be side by side here, side drafting. Can we get clear of Bubba on exit of 4? Not quite. Bubba keeps it there. A great battle though for the lead right now between Bubba Wallace and I. Back and forth we go. Bubba, a good run on the outside lane. I get a nice push here from C. Bell. Here comes Alex Bowman with a big push, and Bowman shoves us clear to the race lead with just 2 to go in stage 1. And we are in position to get yet another stage 1 of the season. Last out of the stage, Alex Bowman out of nowhere moves up the racetrack, giving up his prime position on the bottom lane. And here comes Joey Logano in the 22 with momentum. Out of turn 4 comes the tri-oval. Logano going up high, allowing Bowman. He's got a big run on the outside lane. We are not able to block him, so you have to focus on blocking Joey Logano. It's going to be side-by-side photo finish. We're going to edge out Bowman to win stage 1 here at Talladega. We get the stage win. Bowman is 2nd, Noah Gragson 3rd, Joey Logano 4th, Bubba Wallace rounds out your top 5, followed by Josh Berry, Denny Hamlin, Sam Mayer, Christopher Bell, and Daniel Suarez, your top 10. And we get yet another stage win to our already massive point total in the playoffs. Now lap 20 later in the stage, the 45 of Tyler Reddick is going to blow a tire running 37th. Reddick goes crashing into Christian Eckes, spinning like a top down to the inside lane. No caution for Tyler Reddick, blowing a tire. Now 9 to go in stage 2. We still have a very comfortable lead, but here comes our teammate Ross Chastain. We're going to give Ross room on the outside. It's our teammate. We don't, we want to help him out here. Give him a shot at the front of the field, see if we could find a way to work together with him. But right now, he and Chandler Smith seem pretty locked tight together as Bubba Wallace gives us a push. So I try to really get in behind Chastain here, try to squeeze the 18 of Chandler Smith out, try to get Chastain to go low. We give the 1 a shot, almost squeezing Chandler Smith into the wall. The margin's really tight here at Talladega, but we have fallen in line behind our teammate at Chastain, but we leave the inside lane completely vacant. And here comes 7-time champ Jimmy Johnson working that bottom lane. Chastain sticking to the top. I'm sticking with him because he's my teammate, and got Bubba Wallace right behind us. We got 3-car train on the outside lane trying to drive away, but Jimmy Johnson going to fight back on the bottom line. 8 to go in stage 2. I realize here right now we're going nowhere with Chastain, so I decided to abandon ship, jump down in the middle lane in front of Kyle Busch. And Jimmy Johnson now, 7-time champ, takes the lead here at Talladega. We are racing alongside Justin Haley. We got Kyle Busch shoving us down this back straightaway as we continue to try to work our way up into P1 in the lead of this race as we get slammed doors a little bit there with Justin Haley, but Jimmy Johnson clear for the lead. And now here comes the inside lane to start shuffling Chastain and I out, as there goes Haley, Blaney, Alfredo, Chase Elliott now. Kyle Busch able to get back to our back bumper, give us a push, but right now there's no hole for us to fit in on that bottom line to get back in lane to use the draft. Alfredo, an aggressive block, completely whiffs, allows me to hit him with the crisscross applesauce, diving underneath Alfredo for 5th place. So we're back in the top 5, and we slide in line behind Chase Elliott. So later this lap, we are going to go underneath Chase Elliott, use Justin Haley as a pick, 3 wide now. We'll make the pass, and Elliott and Haley into 3rd we go. No momentum right now for the 7-time champion and former Talladega winner Jimmy Johnson. We will go by him into 2nd place, and our set our sights on race leader Ryan Blaney with 6 to go in stage 1. We get a brilliant crossover to the inside lane this season. Only time got right to his back bumper, and then swung all the way to the bottom of the racetrack, right on that apron, and we will make the pass on Ryan Blaney and new leader. We are once again out front leading this race here at Talladega in the Dale Jr. Throwback. Few laps later, Blaney coming back on the outside lane. A big push from 7-time. Jimmy Johnson working Blaney to the front. 5 to go in stage 2. Blaney now clear for the lead here at Talladega with help from Jimmy Johnson. A few laps later, we've fallen in behind Blaney now. We decided to swing to the inside, aggressively trying to get this lead back from the 12. You got Jimmy Johnson behind me and a bunch of cars coming down pit lane. Scheduled green flag stops here at the end of stage 2. They're coming in. Blaney and I are going to be side drafting. I'm going to get a big push from Brad Keselowski, who had a massive run of momentum, and he will shove us through to the race lead. 4 to go in stage 2. We lead Keselowski and Blaney the following lap. Now we are in for our scheduled end of stage 2 green flag pit stop here. We come in hot, but just get it down to pit road speed limit in time. Going to be 2 tires and fuel here to get us out quickly, hopefully in a great spot to hold on and win this stage here at our number 99 Sirius XM Dirty Mo Media Dale Earnhardt Jr. Throwback Chevrolet. And in and out, just like that. Great stop at the pit crew, 8.4 seconds for 2 tires and fuel, exactly as we drew it up. And boom, we come out first of all the guys on our cycle that came in pit road, currently scored in 4th. 3 cars are currently still on the racetrack, Justin Haley and a few others, but we should be able to pass them as they should be coming down pit road this time by, and indeed they have. Haley, Mayer, and Logano are all in, so in the tri-oval we will pass them, and across the line we are now back out front with 2 to go in stage 2 here at Talladega. Now later this lap, the 34, Todd Gilliland blows a tire to the outside wall. Gilliland goes crashing off of Chris Buescher, spins away to the inside lane, and gets out of the way. NASCAR decides not to throw the caution flag for Todd Gilliland crashing. We will stay green, and we are going to come through to win stage 2 and sweep the stages here at Talladega. Zane Smith comes home in 2nd. Brad Keselowski, Chase Briscoe, and Ryan Blaney make it forward 2nd through 5th. Then Legacy Motor Club, Eric Jones 6th, John Hunter 7th, Jimmy Johnson 9th, Denny Hamlin comes home 8th, and Justin Haley makes it a double RFK top 10, earning the 10th and final stage point. As we get the stage 2 win, and we have swept the stages here at Talladega. Another stage sweep to our bank this season. Now we're holding off Zane Smith and Stenhouse. Here comes Justin Haley on the top, 3 wide, and Haley played us. Made us to make a mistake right there, leave the bottom wide open, and Zane Smith, John Hunter, Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, and the entire line are going to come flying by us as we now drop all the way down to the back end of the top 10 from the lead. Down to 9th we go until Stenhouse and I are able to slide the line behind Chandler Smith, and Stenhouse gives us a push. 13 to go. Chandler Smith leaves the bottom completely open, so I'll take full advantage of that. 3 wide, right back by him and Haley. Then we'll drive by C. Bell in turn 1 and 2 to get back into the top 5. Now he's going to find a way to work by the 77 of Carson Hocevar running in 4th. We'll push him. So now 3 and 4 that ensuing lap. We go by Zane Smith, who got shuffled out of line. So into 4th, and the caution comes out. I couldn't find why, but the yellow comes out of nowhere. So now we're going to restart in 6th, but because I got hit by Hocevar when that yellow came out, under the yellow, the typical Heat 5 glitch, we are going to have an atrocious restart, and we are getting absolutely just steamrolled by the pack right now. Everyone flying by. So luckily, we're only losing maybe 4 or 5 spots. We only dropped down to 10th place. Could have been a lot worse. So later that lap now, we finally caught back up to the lead pack here. We're going to go by Chase Briscoe and go back into 9th place, and now start working this inside lane as Zane Smith and Kyle Larson start dropping back on that outside lane. We give Christopher Bell a shove. He throws a little bit of a questionable block there and then leaves the door wide open. We're going 4 wide here at Talladega for a top 5 spot. Chastain, Bell, Stenhouse, and I are all getting after it here. We make the pass. Into 5th we go. Now we work the inside lane on the 11 of Denny Hamlin to take 4th place away. Now we move Stenhouse out of the way. Into 3rd we go, flying by Stenhouse. Now all that remains is Carson Hocevar in the runner-up position, and your race leader, John Hunter Nemechek, having one of the best races of his Cup Series career up to this point. We give Hocevar a push, but then he moves out of the way into turn 3 and 4, so we'll go by Hocevar into 2nd. We go now, and now we have the momentum. What can we do to make a pass on John Hunter Nemechek? He tries to block, but we go all the way to the bottom, down the back straightaway. And now we go to take the lead away from John Hunter the following lap. Nemechek in the Dollar Tree Toyota, and what's been a really impressive day today for Legacy Motor Club, giving us all he's got. A big side drop out of turn 4. Stenhouse fortunately able to get to our back bumper and give us a good enough push, but we can't quite clear Nemechek. Now we'll clear Nemechek, and we are in the lead with 7 to go here at Talladega. Can we hold on? Keselowski now behind us, but Nemechek still fighting back on the outside lane. As guess what? He's lined up with his teammate Legacy Motor Club. John Hunter and Eric Jones working together, going to the front of the pack, trying to get this win. Nemechek comes down to block myself and Keselowski, leaving his teammate of Jones. Nemechek makes it happen, still holding the lead in the number 42. I'm behind Nemechek, trying to fake him out. Up top doesn't quite work. John Hunter still only lead, but now in the tri-oval, Nemechek goes up to the middle line. I take full advantage, go to the bottom of John Hunter. Now we're going to be side by side for the lead at the line with 4 to go at Talladega. Nemechek and I fighting with every possible part of our race cars to win this race. An incredible battle, and we will now clear Nemechek thanks to the help of Brad Keselowski. Now coming to the white flag, a whole bunch of cars, half the field comes down pit road. More than that, Keselowski, Busch, Hocevar, damn near everybody is in the pit lane. So now we will stay out and inherit the race lead here. White flag, final lap. Starting to come back at Talladega. Can we hold on to win this race? But now, on the final lap, Zane Smith is going to blow a tire going into the tri-oval. He's coming to take the white flag because he just pitted. He blows a tire, completely wipes out. Into the outside wall he goes. Zane Smith goes crashing. Caution, I believe. We'll see if it comes out as I'm now the car. We're trying to hold off Larson's lap car and make it back to line. The cars are sputtering. We are out of gas. We are sputtering. Do we have enough to make it all the way back to our finish line? It doesn't matter. Because of Zane Smith's incident, the caution's going to come out and this race is over. And we have won it here at Talladega once again. Back-to-back victories and our 6th win already through just 10 races this season. We have been on an absolute tear to start our bid for a 4-peat of Cup Series championships. As we now burn it down right here at the start-finish line, that is 1,000 feet further here at Talladega than it is at Daytona. And our Dale Jr. throwback Chevy here, honoring him, of course, with a big win here in dominating fashion at Talladega, as he would do. So you get the big burnout here. Great race. Obviously, fuel mileage came in factor there at the end with that Zane Smith caution kind of unfortunately ending it a little bit early. I would have liked to see whether or not I could have made it to the line and held on, sputtering to the line, as I had just barely enough gas, I think, to coast across the line. As we're still doing donuts here on the front straightaway, just completely cooked the engine right there. So there goes the engine. Now we're going to finish it up by going right up against, well, a few feet away from the flag stand and doing a Matt Kenseth style burnout right up against the wall in front of the fans. And we have won it here at Talladega, our 2nd consecutive victory, our 6th on the season through 10 races. And now we're going to head to Victory Lane to celebrate with the team that got us here. Now you look at your final race results here from Talladega Superspeedway. Of course, we get our 6th win of the campaign here at Talladega in dominating fashion. John Hunter Nemechek, an amazing run for him. Definitely, I'd say, a career best. Comes home in the 2nd position. Carson Hocevar, another impressive run. Back-to-back podiums for him. Comes home in 3rd. Our teammate SVG played the strategy game right. Comes home 4th. And then Ryan Preece, first top 5 of the season. Shout out Ryan Preece with a great run. Sam Mayer, a season's best 6th place finish. Eric Jones, Corey Heim, Anthony Alfredo all played the strategy 7th, 8th, and 9th. So a season best for Alfredo. Keselowski runs at your top 10. Then you see the rest of the race results there with, of course, Gilliland, Reddick, Cindric, and Custer all DNFing with tire failures. And so we get the victory here at Talladega. Now here are your updated Cup Series standings. After 10 races, as we approach halfway in this regular season, we have a massive 201 point lead over 2nd place Chase Elliott in the points. So we are definitely well on our way to the chase with a 300 point buffer above the cut line. Hamlin, Larson, Bell, Ty Gibbs, your other 4 winners, still pretty comfortably in the top 10 in points. They're looking good. Chase Elliott looking really good on points. William Byron still got a solid 26 point cushion, but shouldn't be too comfortable. Then SVG, Keselowski, and Buescher hold the final 3 spots by a combined 17 points, with Bubba Wallace, Joey Logano holding the 2 wildcard spots, and then Alex Bowman, AJ Allmendinger, Chase Briscoe, and Ryan Blaney being the first 4 out on the outside looking in. So we get the win here at Talladega, and as we wrap up this episode, as always, I want to give a special shout out to my channel members. So thank you very much to Brenda Breen and Jeremy Isley. I really appreciate your guys' support. It means a lot to me and helps this channel continue to grow and do great things on our road to 1,000 subscribers. We are ever closer. We are at 895. So those of you who are not subscribed and that are watching, please do subscribe. It's completely free. It only takes 5 seconds, and I would really, really appreciate it. If you want to become a channel member as well, link is in the description down below. So until the next episode, I hope you all have a good one.